So, what is Icon? What does it do? Find out on this episode of Nerdy Crypto Reviews. What's up, guys? This is the Nerdy Ninja here, coming at you live with a new crypto video. Please subscribe, like, and comment on this video to join the Ninja Nation. All right, the Icon review, the long-awaited Icon review, is finally here. You guys requested it, so here it is. Hyperconnect the world, communications amongst the blockchains. What is this? Well, let's find out. Okay, so hold the mechanics, Ninja. Hold the mechanics, Nerdy. What is Icon? What's the goal? Well, I'll show you. So basically, Icon wants to achieve a global payment and information delivery system through the means of blockchain technology. It wants the information between various institutions to be instantaneous. So they want institutions to receive information from each other almost instantly. An example. So say I sustained a work injury and I have been admitted to the UNC Chapel Hills hospital, right? So I have to report my injuries to my job's workers' compensation insurance company, right? So they can compensate me properly. So the UNC Chapel Hill would use its blockchain app to communicate the full extent of my injuries and conditions with the insurance blockchain app. So my hospital would send the full extent of my injuries and conditions to my job's workers' compensation insurance company. So this would be an example of a hospital transmitting data to a insurance company via the Icon blockchain, and they would and the insurance company would receive the information almost instantaneously thanks to the Icon ecosystem. So what are the costs of the ecosystem? Nothing's free in this world. So what's the cost? So institutions like like the hospital, institutions like the hospital or the insurance company would have to pay in ICX to build dApps. Okay. Fees are also collected in dApps to run. Fees are collected in ICX to run the dApp. So in day-to-day operations, it would cost ICX to run the dApp. Fees are also collected in ICX to communicate with other dApps. In other words, it costs money to use the Icon Republic. The Icon Republic actually is the component of the Icon ecosystem that allows blockchains to communicate with each other. So it costs money to communicate with other blockchains. Okay. So stay tuned for my verdict. I will list the pros and cons of this coin after I review the technicalities, which is what I'm about to do right now. So the four basic components of the Icon ecosystem. First up, we have the Nexus, the central hub station of the ecosystem, or the nucleus. Loop chains, or the private blockchains of the ecosystem. So the private blockchains are from institutions like the hospital or an insurance company or any type of other corporation. The Icon Republic is what enables communications amongst these private chains or loop chains. The portals connect the private chain to the Nexus, and it is the representative of that chain, and it acts as a node in the Nexus blockchain network. So the Nexus is a loop chain based blockchain. It facilitates a decentralized governance by allowing portals and different nodes to participate. The BTP, Blockchain Transmission Protocol, it facilitates transactions among independent blockchains connected to the Nexus through respective portals. So this protocol allows the transmission of data between portals and the Nexus. Since the Nexus is built on the basis of loop chain, its consensus mechanism is called the LFT. Its consensus mechanism is based off of the loop fault tolerance consensus mechanism. So the loop fault tolerance consensus mechanism achieves consensus by voting and sharing information. It ensures finality, thus ensures that there are no forks within the ecosystem. It creates groups amongst trusted nodes. It makes consensus faster. It tongue tied. My bad, guys. It basically the loop fault tolerance consensus mechanism allows for noise to be in groups, and by allowing nodes to be in groups, this makes the consensus faster. So loop chain. Loop chain is a high performance enterprise blockchain with smart contract features, which is basically, private institutions blockchain. So like this is a loop chain is basically a blockchain that hospitals or insurance companies would use, and they can be customized to meet operational needs. Okay, the operational needs of an insurance company may not be the same needs as a hospital, and is also linked to other distributed ledger networks. So the Icon Republic, basically what I said before, is the connector of different communities. The Icon Republic functions as a communication channel between communities. It is comprised of representatives called CREP and other citizen nodes. The Icon Republic governance is determined by the votes of CREP and hence decentralized. So a portal is a component that connects independent blockchains to the Nexus. Portals are connected to the Nexus through BTP, which is what we talked about before. Portals can be organized by a single node or multiple nodes, or it can make another form of consensus network to serve different needs. Portal represents its own blockchain as a CREP, and it suggests the policies and votes for it within the representation channel to achieve a decentralized governance. So what you see before your eyes is a basic layout of what the Icon ecosystem is. So in the middle, you have the Nexus, which is the information hub. And then down here, this purple cylinder is the portal. Connected to the portal is the loop ring, which is the private blockchain that institutions own. So this is the UNC's hospitals loop ring. And it wants to transmit my data through the Icon Republic. And it goes to the insurance company's loop ring or private blockchain. Okay, and throughout this process, the LFT or loop ring fault tolerance consensus mechanism, the information is validated through the Nexus and through the portals and whatnot. So basically, this is how the Icon ecosystem operates. So the pros. It would revolutionize the way that we process data. Okay, and theoretically, it would make the transmission of information more secure, and it would lead to international instantaneous transmission of data with ease. So you'll be able to send your confidential information to other institutions with ease. It doesn't matter if they're in another country or not. Your information would be instantaneously received by them. So the cons is one of the first con. It utilizes a one token economic model. This could lead to high utility costs and could lead to an oversized, expensive network. Okay, now unlike VeChain, Neo, and Anthology, ICX or Icon uses a one token economic model. Okay. And as I discussed in my VeChain review, the second coin, a 2-coin system, allows for one coin to be the utility coin, and you see VeChain with Thor. Thor is a stable currency, and it allows cost to be relatively stable. So you wouldn't get high, so nothing would lead to high cost, okay, and thus making the ecosystem overall cheaper or cheap long term throughout its lifetime. The problem with using a one coin economic system is, that one coin is going to be used all the time, okay, and this Icon wants the world to use its ecosystem. Okay, the world is a very big place, and if the ICX coin is being used all the time, then the coin is obviously going to increase maybe to $1,000. Now that's good for you guys because you're investors, but enterprises that's going to be overly expensive, and they may drop it. You know, and also it would require a consensus amongst the United Nations to be fully implemented. Okay, it would require regulations. You can't just put you know, confidential information from one country in the same ecosystem as information from another countries. Okay, there's going to have to be a consensus met amongst the United Nations. Okay, and that could take decades to achieve, and it would definitely require regulations. Okay, and crypto and regulations do not mix at all. I'm sorry to say, but it would have to be regulated definitely. Even though we trust blockchain technology, the world's view on it right now, it's not at the level that it should be, and the world isn't that trustworthy of blockchain technology yet, unfortunately. So I believe the icon ecosystem would probably thrive in a world where crypto is already mainstream. And also another thing, institutions are already running on the chain, so or running institutions are already running on private chains. I read that they are already operational in South Korea, and so I'm like, well, how is the ICX token needed? That's a question that you guys have to ask yourself. Uh, if the ICX token isn't really on the blockchain yet, then how are these institutions are running on it? How are they testing it? If the ICX token is really needed, then how are they running on it? How are they running on the Icon ecosystem? So, you guys bought into this token. You want your token to appreciate. And the way that it will appreciate is by being used. If the ICX token isn't needed, then your coins will not appreciate, thus making it not really a good investment. So I don't know, maybe in the future this type of ecosystem could work. However, right now I just don't really see it working right now. So yes, this is my opinion. These are the these are the cons based on my opinion. So again, guys, this is the Nerdy Ninja. You're responsible for your own financial shortcomings. The ICX coin right now is like what, $1. It's still potentially a good buy. It could easily lead to a 4x, but again, be cautious with your money. This is the Nerdy Ninja here, and I'm signing out.